Hello and welcome back to Mountain Blade Warband. I'm your host, Hilma. Well, after fighting several sea raiders in this area for some time and selling them to the ransom broker inside of Rivacheg, I finally find the sea raiders who the guildmaster asked me to find. So I will fight these ones and have some fun. Everyone held here. Archers held here. Let's see where they are. Right there. Archers held up there. Character is a little injured, but that's fine. The infantry can charge in. Everyone charge in. Who's left? You. And we have 9 prisoners. We'll get 1,000 from the guildmaster. And I think I'll buy a productive enterprise there. Not the best loot. And then I think I'll find Marigar, the Lord of Rivacheg, and do a bandit sea raider landing mission. More inventory space. Nope. Since I have crossbow. There we go. There we go. No other missions. Want to buy a productive enterprise? Right, Marigar doesn't like me right now. Well, I'll go find Marigar and come back a bit later. See you then. After fighting one last band of sea raiders, Hilma decides to go to the tournament in Khudan. She arrives at Khudan at night. Hires a few extra hired blades. And talks to a woman named Klethi.
Hello there. From the look of you, I'd say you're expecting to get in some fights in the near future. Are you by any chance looking for help? I could use some. What's your story? Well, madam, as long as I can remember, I've had a weakness for pretty things, and it's gotten me into trouble, you see. I grew up in Matheld Castle as a bonded servant, working alongside my mother in the kitchens. I would amuse myself by hunting mice through the pantries and sculleries. I was so good at it that I put the castle cats out of the job, and eventually the Lord realised that I might also be employed to track down bigger game on certain errands of a type perhaps better left unsaid. Needless to say, I found a number of opportunities to avail myself of trinkets that had formerly belonged to my lord's enemies. So I was able to buy myself out of bondage and find hire as a free agent. My last job was here in Khudan. Unfortunately, my employer's wife had a lovely amulet of a kind I simply could not resist. She doesn't know it's missing yet, but she might soon. So tell me, are you looking for helpers? I might be. What can you do? Well, madam, let me tell you, I may not know how to read and write, but I know the quickest way to a man's heart is between his fourth and fifth rib, if you understand me. I can throw knives, in addition to stabbing with them, and I'm slippery as quicksilver. You'll find me useful in a fight, I'll warrant. Sounds like you can do the job. I will hire you. Now that's good news, Captain. How about paying me a little something to seal off our agreement? A mere 200 would be enough. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I've had some bad luck with employers in the past. Fine, here's 200. Make yourself ready. Good. Give me a few moments to prepare, and I'll be ready to move.
I wonder if I can perhaps buy productive enterprise here. Herdsman, no. That's a good profit. Here you are. The tournament over? Any tournaments? Yalen and Jelkala. That's a fair distance away. I did see the Lord of Khudan travelling past me. Perhaps he needs me to deal with some bandits, since I'm over this way. Perhaps I should have inquired where he was. I saw him go past Basic or something earlier. Good price.
All right, Captain. If you don't mind me saying, you've made quite a name for yourself in these parts. I suspect that if you were a man, a king would have offered you a fief by now. But we ladies should come to expect things like that. Like that, men will find any excuse not to reward us for our work. So, if we take a fancy to a bit of land somewhere, maybe we should just reach out and take it. That's the way I look at the world anyway.
Thank you, Klethi. Well, I suppose I'll head to the next tournament. Boyar Ralcha. Perhaps the lords are in an army somewhere. I'll follow this one. happening. Boy of Land. Where is Marigar? He's returned to Rivacheg. Excellent. Voldrat, currently at Khudan. So he returned to Khudan. Excellent. He must have been released, or the war ended. Ransom broker's still there. Good. I didn't hear what he said, so I will ignore it. Your brother Ralcha has been taken prisoner by Ragnar of the Kingdom of Nords. Normally, nobles will grant prisoners of gentle privilege parole and treat them as honoured guests, so long as they give the word not to attempt to escape, until such time as a ransom can be paid. I need you to find my brother.
I can try. I think I'll break into the prison in Sargoth and find Boyar Ralcha. Time to act.
Towns are being raided. Well, that will make them more open to missions, I suppose. Price. Why not? I'll go see if they need anything from me. That's it. I'll save the game. Boyar Ralcha. Why not? I'll buy some bread too. There. Belligerent drunk. An animal. Better him than me. Oh, is that Rolf?
Greetings, I am Rolf, son of Rolf, of the most ancient and puissant house of Rolf.
I have never heard of the House of Rolf.
Really? Well, perhaps your ignorance can be forgiven. Our ancestral lands are far away over the mountains. Like all men of my family, I have come to a foreign land to make a name for myself in the profession of arms before returning home to take over custodianship of my estates. Unfortunately, the authorities in these lands have little understanding of the warrior's code, and have chosen to call me a bandit and brigand, and put a price on my head. A most unfair libel to throw at a gentleman adventurer. You would surely agree. But I am anxious to avoid any further trouble, so if you knew of any company of fighting men where I might enlist, I would be most grateful.
I run such a company, and might be able to hire an extra hand.
Good. I look forward to vanquishing your enemies. Note, however, that as a gentleman and holder of a barony, I expect to be in a position of command, and not treated as a common soldier.
Very well. I'll be glad to have you with us, Baron.
Excellent. Before we depart, would you be so kind as to lend me 300 dinars? I had to pawn a family heirloom at a pawnbroker here in Sargoth, and I would like to retrieve it before we leave.
Certainly. Here you are.
Good. I'll be ready.
Oh, few companions here.
What do you want? Merely to pass the time of day, ma'am, if you're not otherwise engaged. Ah, well, if you must know, I shall tell you. I am from an old family in the northern lands, the daughter of a thane, and also wife to one. I fought by my husband's side, his partner both in war and in peace. But my husband died of the plague, when I was still childless. My husband had decreed that I should inherit his lands, in the absence of an heir. My brother-in-law, cursed be his name, said that it was not our custom that women could inherit a thanedom. That was nonsense. But his gold bought the loyalties of enough of my husband's faithful servants for him to install himself in my hall. So I fled. Something I was raised never to do, and something I hope never to do again. When I have enough gold to raise an army, I shall go back and take what is mine. I can offer you opportunities to make money through good, honest fighting and pillaging. Can you? I shall accept your offer. I shall be pleased to fight in your shield wall, but I warn you, if you ask me to gather the firewood or cook a meal, you will not like the consequences. No fear, ma'am. You're the widow and daughter of a thane. You'll be treated as such. Then I will fight your enemies for you. But first I want a bounty of 500 dinars. If you are a worthy captain, who can lead her company to riches and plunder, you should have no trouble paying. I cannot afford to follow a pauper. Oh, I'm no pauper, ma'am. Here's 500. Good.
Yes, what is it you wish?
To pass the time of day with a fellow traveller.
Very well. I do not mind. My name is Lezalit. I am the second son of the Count of Garoia, of whom you have no doubt heard. Having no inheritance of my own, I came here to seek my fortune in Calradia, training men in the art of battle. Unfortunately, the Lord here in Sargoth has no taste for the disciplinary methods needed to turn a rabble into soldiers. I told him it was wiser to flog them now than bury them later. But he would not listen, and I was told to take my services elsewhere. So if you know of any commanders who believe that his purpose is to win battles rather than pamper his soldiers, I would be pleased if you directed me to him.
I might be able to use you in my company.
I would be pleased to ride with you, at least for a little while, for pay and a share of any loot. I'm a skilled swordsman, And I can also instruct your men in fighting. But I warn you that I do not care to fight for a leader who is lax in discipline with her men. For in the long run, they will not respect a soft hand.
Good. I'll be happy to hire someone like you.
One last thing. I would ask for an initial bounty of 400 dinars before I join your command. It's my privilege never to enter someone's service without receiving the payment I deserve.
Very well. Here you are.
Good. I'll be ready to move shortly. Running low on funds. I suppose I'll give the sword to Klethi. But first, the castle. I'll wait until night. It's important to hit them hard and fast. I thought you were the boss here. Give me the keys. There we go. What's going on?
I've come to get you out of here.
Oh, thank heavens. I don't know how long I could have lasted.
Keep well behind me and stay out of the fighting. Let's go.
Oh, damn it.
I'm indebted to you for freeing me, friend. You're free to go wherever you want, sir. Thank you, good lady. I never forget someone who's done me a good turn.
Now I suppose I have to go find Marigar. That was a hard-fought fight.
Excuse me, Hilma. I would like to offer you my congratulations. It seems that you are well on your way to making a name for yourself as a warrior. If you were a man, I suspect the kings of this land would be falling over themselves to make you their vassal. Alas, in this world, women like ourselves must fight twice as hard to receive our due.
Thank you.
Do you hear that? It must be the crashing of the waves on the headland. We must be near Dungig's Point. Tell me more. You haven't heard the story? When Dungig Heribreeks came to Calradia from Nordland, he planted his banner on the headland and said that it would remain there until he recaptured his inheritance. His inheritance, he called it. Gundig believed the Skalds who told him that the Emperor had bequeathed Calradia to the Nords, when in fact he just gave us a small strip of land along the coast, so we could crew his galleys. The Skald's tales at least gave Gundig an excuse to raise a warband. Not that we Nords ever need an excuse, mind you. He sailed across the sea, rallied the Calradian Nords to his banner, and marched on the rock of Rivacheg. The Vegas killed him, threw his banner into the surf. But the Nords keep coming, and someday all of Calradia will be ours. Perhaps it shall.
Need more money. One more. Firentis.
I am lost. Lost.
Why so gloomy, friend?
I have committed the greatest sins, madam. And it is to my shame that I must appoint you my confessor, if you should like to hear it. I was a captain of horse in the service of the Lord here in Wercheg, and my brother served with me. But we were both in love with the same woman, a courtesan, a temptress, who played upon our jealousies. My brother and I quarrelled. I drank too much. He slapped me with his glove, and I spit him upon my sword. My own brother! My sword arm was stained with the blood of my kin. Do you believe there is any hope for a man like me? Can I find the path of righteousness? Or am I doomed to follow the demons that dwell inside of me?
You could join us. Right wrongs, fight oppressors, redeem yourself, that kind of thing.
Yes, you must have been sent by divine providence. Lead me away from darkness. I am well practiced in the arts of war, but I beg you, madam, I wish to use my skills to defend the innocent, the pure, and the defenceless, not to be a common brigand and wreak more misery than I have already wrought.
Happy to be of service. Get your things together, and we shall be on our way.
Good. Give me a few moments to prepare, and I'll be ready to move.
Well, I am gathering the companions quite quickly. Let's go around the streets. There might be a mission for me. Like hunting down sea raiders, or something like that. Attacked by looters. Not interested. Not much reward for that mission. Marigar seems to be gone. Well, that's fine. Where is the lord of the castle? Close to Sleck. Thank you. Anyone in the tavern? I don't really want to hire Artimenner right now. There's a ransom broker here. Perhaps I'll hunt down some sea raiders while I'm here. Get a little extra money. There you are.
Today the gods will decide your fate.
Hopefully the ransom broker's still there when I return. Well, I lost 2 men to death. That's not too bad. A little extra money won't hurt. Archers. I'll have footmen. Some more loot for my men. And a few women. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. After a brief time, I managed to find Boyar Ralcha.
Hilma, you saved him. Thank you ever so much for rescuing my brother. Please, take this as a small token of my esteem.
He gives me 1,500.
An honour to serve, sir. Do you have any other tasks?
Yes, there's something you can do for us. We have heard reports about a group of sea raiders. They've established a hideout in this area, and I'd be grateful if you could find the lair and destroy it.
I will do what I can.
Very good. We await word of your success.
Well, when I went back to Rivacheg, the ransom broker was gone. That does happen after a time. So I should probably just get rid of those. I did, however, take a mission from the guildmaster to hunt down some bandits. So a good strategy when hunting down sea raiders, forest bandits, is to find their lair and just wait there. Eventually, the bandits with the bounty on their heads will show up at the lair. New level. What else should I get? Well, maybe just some power draw. I'll put that up to 3 at least. But power draw is not going to be the main thing I'm going to upgrade my soldier with. I plan to make Hilma a mighty warrior. Increase agility and strength primarily, leave intelligence and charisma down here. No persuasion whatsoever. It'll make things a bit more challenging. Oh, there they are. 5.6. No, that's not good. I may have to lose some of my soldiers. I suppose I can get some more when I need to. Get rid of my weakest ones. That's close enough, I think. Well, I've lost them. back to the coast, I suppose. There you are. Alright, I suppose I have to get rid of a few more. I will remove the caravan guard. And the huntresses. There. We can go at the same pace. Vegas and Nords have made peace. Good.
This must be your unlucky day, mate. We're just about the worst people you can run into.
For me, you're nothing more than walking money bags. A merchant in Rivacheg offered money for your heads.
Bounty hunter. Killer! Kill her now!
While I'm at it, I'll capture them alive. Might run into another ransom broker in Khudan or something. And I get a few more replacements. Someone might get a bit of better armor. I don't care about your petty differences. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. As I travel to Khudan, Klethi has something to say.
Aye, Captain. Do you see those? Those are hare tracks in the snow. You must be getting near my birthplace. Tell me more. The snows in these valleys don't melt until late in the year, and the land is hard to plough. You can grow a bit of barley, but not much else. But there's wealth here in the woods, deer, rabbit and lynx, meat and furs, and the mountains have iron, and traders would ship enough saltfish up the river from the coast to keep the people fed for winter. Still, it was a thin living. There were always too many mouths to feed. The Vaga King and the Kurgat Khan don't make life any easier for us, squeezing for tax money from the villages they control and raiding for plunder the villages they don't. Of course, I can't say I wouldn't do the same if I had a castle and an army all of my own. The mighty do whatever they can, and the humble do what they must.
Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Okay, I'm back. After going to Khudan, I came to Reyvadin, where I heard there's a tournament going on. I sold my prisoners to a ransom broker in the tavern. Now I'll join the tournament. Damn it. Matheld. Alright. Well, that was a good fight. Good round. Oh, that's not good. Get on the horse. Ooh, that could have been bad. There we go. Didn't even notice him. Or her. Her. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. After the tournament in Reyvadin, I learn there's another tournament in Sargoth. So I'm travelling down that way. Along the way, Lezalit has something to say.
Do you see the fortress up there? On the spur over the valley is Morala. I spent a winter there some years back, trying to train the Lord's men.
Tell me more.
I say trying, because in my opinion, Vegas don't take well to discipline. The finest archers you ever saw, and good riders too. But they have no stomach for fighting in ranks. Their skills serve them well enough against Kurgits and Nords, particularly when they can hide behind walls. But Saranids can match them arrow for arrow, and I have seen Swedian knights cut through Vegas like a knife through butter. Now a Rodok spear wall is designed to stop a Swedian charge in its tracks, and usually does. If anyone were ever to unify this little land of ours, I'd sign up to serve them free of charge. I'd put together an army of Rodok spears and Nord footmen on the flanks, and Vega archers in front. Take along some Kurgit scouts to find and fix the enemy, and some Swedian lancers and Saranid Mamluks to finish them off. I'd take that army over the mountains and make the whole world kneel to Calradia. Of course, that's what the emperors thought. And in the end, the tribes took away their empire.
Oh, the tournament's done. How unfortunate. I'll grab one more piece of bread while I'm here. Anything good I can use? Heavy lance. I could use that. Give this to one of my companions. Heavy bard each. I'll just put the spiked mason there. Make a little extra room. I'm also delivering some ale to Wercheg. I picked up that mission in Reyvadin. Good price for a warhorse. Give that to a companion. Anyone in the tavern? Just another drunk. Draw your sword. Better him than me. Don't need the book merchant. Not right now, anyway. Let's see if there's any mission I can do on my way to Wercheg. Any jobs? Nope. I don't like that mission. Six days. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back in a moment. See you then. Now that Hilma's returned to Rivacheg, she finds Artimer inside of the tavern.
Oh. Say, friend, are you by chance heading out of town anytime soon?
I am. What concern of it is of yours?
I'm an engineer, specialized in the art of fortification. If you need a wall knocked down, I can do that, given enough time. If you need a wall built back up, I can do that too, although it will take longer and cost you more. And you can't cut costs either, unless you want your new edifice coming down underneath you, as someone around here has just found out. The castellan here in Rivacheg wanted a new tower added to the wall. Trouble is, he ran out of cash halfway through the process before I could complete the supports. I told him that it would collapse, and it did. Unfortunately, he was standing on it at the time. The new castellan didn't feel like honouring his predecessor's debts, and implied that I might find myself charged with murder if I pushed the point. More fool me for having taken the contract without an advance, I suppose, but the end of it all is that I'm in a difficult spot, with the roads full of bandits and no money to pay for an escort. So I'd be much obliged if a well-armed party heading out in the next few days could take me along.
Where do you need to go?
Garoia, eventually. But I'd welcome the opportunity to get a few dinars in my pockets first, so I don't come home empty-handed. So if you promise me food and a share of the loot, I'd be happy to fight with you for a while. Siege work is my speciality, although I reckon I can handle myself well enough in open battle if need be.
That works for me. I'll be pleased to hire you.
Good. By the way, a skilled engineer would be expected a payment for my services, a signing bonus of 300 dinars.
Glad to have you with us.
Good. Give me a few moments to prepare.
And since I'm here, I'll attack the Sea Raider landing. After that, I'll find Merigar, and I think I'll end the video. Let's go have some fun. My companions are a bit weak. I mean, they don't have good armor, so they are not likely to do well. As you can see. And there we go. Now all that's left is to find Marigar. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Well, after a day of looking, I finally found Marigar.
We meet again, Hilma. Splendid work. Your audacious attack is the talk of the realm. No doubt they, or others like them, will soon be back, but for a short while, you've brought this land a small respite. We are grateful.
Do you have any other tasks for me? I'm too busy to train them.
Oh, of course. I expected as much. No Vega units. Well, I guess this is where I'm going to cut off. I do hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. See you then.